Hello, my name is Steven and I'm going to be explaining my BOOSE program. So check this Google Forms. We'll go through each of them. So we'll start with the interfaces. So my app parser implements the iParser interface, and you can see inside that it has only one method, parse command, which is also a command class. So AppParser deals with parsing the command classes that goes through it. So next is the int. So uh, it extends the evaluation class. So evaluation is also a command class. It also extends iCommand. So each of the classes here are command class. So if, while, and, else, they're all command classes. So to further explain evaluation, so if we check inside it, we could see that it has variable references that are called like expressions, evaluate expressions, var names. So evaluation deals with command classes that have expressions or have a variable that will assign a value to it. So next is if and while, AppIf AppWhile. So they inherit the compound command, and if we go through it, you can see that it is a conditional command. So we can see that this is a type of class that deals with true and false values, so boolean values. So append if deals with those, also append. So append deals with boolean values as well. And then the else class, the same for the else class, it deals with true or false values. And the AppFor, it has also true and false values, but it also has the evaluation class inside it. So it also uses like expressions. So next. So yep, I have not used my own interfaces. So yep, factory design. So this app command factory is a factory design. So by the name command factory, so it is a factory for command classes. So it creates all the command classes here. So if we go through example this one, we'll see that it inherits command one parameter, and it will eventually lead to a command class. There we go. So it is a command class. It inherits uh, like the variables and the methods that it contains. So next. Yep, just gonna make sure that my BOOSE library is up to date. So let me just debug it. You can see BOOSE version 2.01 X. Yep. So I'll show the int and oops, show this one working. So I have it copy pasted right here. So copy. Uh, we'll make it. There we go. We can compare it. So it's not entirely the same, but it has outputted something. Uh, where's my, there we go. This is the one I put in my GitHub. Okay, next next is, oh yeah, I'm gonna explain how it works. So I guess it's easier to just remove this and focus on this instead. So if you go through the parser right here, you could see, so let's bring this up. So it goes through this line, so into radius, it goes through here, it gets normalized, it makes sure that there are no extra spaces and they are spaced equally. So when it splits, each of them get divided, and then you can see text 1, it takes the int and it goes through. Text 2 basically loops through the array and make sure it separates the expression from uh, from the command class. So it goes through here, it skips this, and then eventually it will go here, and then it will compile and set it will compile and set it with the expression that is with it. Now for the next line, so int with, so you can see it's stored in text, int is stored in text 1, with is stored in text 2. So now it's compiled again, goes through here, and this time it has a variable with it, variable with it. Then next it goes through this one right here. So text 1 with this text 1, text 2 is this expression right here, 2 times radius. So it goes through it, and then it stops here because it noticed that array 1, which is the equal sign right here, it goes through here, and then when it's compiled, it goes through the stored program right here, stored program, BOOSE stored program, and make sure that the with variable exists. So then it goes through another if statement, and it checks whether or not it is exactly the same as the uh, command AppInt class right here. Yep. Make sure it's this type of class. So it goes through here, it changes it to an int. So it makes with into an int instead. The reason for that is because if it goes through here, it will like go through the command factory and it cannot find the with, so it will create an error. So what happens is it goes through, and then with is assigned, with is going to be paired with this expression, and then uh, it's going to be evaluated, and then it's going to be computed. Uh, Usually it all happens in the stored program. So if you go through here, and so the BOOSE stored program, here we go. So these are all the variable methods. So it finds it, and then here, so get var value. This one's update. go to the next one. So the real class, I was not able to implement it. If we check again the stored program, we can see that it is really hard coded to be a real BOOSE type. So it is a BOOSE variable type, not my own. Um, but the reason why int works is that, as you can see here, valuation is int. Is if it's not equal, it just continues to it updates the variable. So yep, I was not able to create an array class. Yep, let's start with the if. So I'll show you. Let's just close this for first, and then we'll get the if. So yep, unrestricted. This one. Let's copy it. Copy, paste it inside. Run it. There we go. Let's make sure it is the same. So there we go. Oops, this one. Yep, it's the same. And then this is mine. It's the same. Okay, next I'm going to be explaining how it works. So if you go through here, in if, so if you check, it's empty, but most of the things are happening inside this one here in command, in the compound command. Wait, no. It's happening inside this way. Conditional command. So yep, let's explain how it works. Most importantly, yep, the else one. So else has some commands inside it, some methods. So how does this work? So first, uh, so when the parser, when the parser goes through it, most of these commands are goes through the compiler. So when it goes through the compiler, uh, it has already the information, so it already knows the answer. So when it executes, so let's see, yep, conditional command. So it goes through if, and it sees that control is actually greater than 10. So it goes through this one. So when it executes, you can see this is not true. So if it's not true, it goes through, you see this end line? This is actually referring to the number line of where if ends. So you can see it ends around this line right here. So what happens here is that you can see that the stored program, uh, the program counter, so it sets it to 3, so it skips. I guess it's 4. I guess not right. Sorry, I was wrong. So it goes to here instead. So it skips this line, so it doesn't create this instead. So it instead goes here. Wait. Okay, this is a little bit complicated. Let's just make it more simple. Let's move this. Yep. So it goes through here and it sees that it's not true, so it jumps to else. And then if we go to else, we'll see that here in the compile, it pops if, so a corresponding command, so that's if, it's referring to if gets the end line number of that, so it's uh, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it checks the if end line 4, and then it also takes its own the end line right here. So it only so when it's false so when it's false, it runs this, and then it ends. So in short, I guess to put it more simply, um, so if this is true, it will go through here, and then it will go to else, and it will see that if it's true, it will basically skip the else, and it will continue to end if. But if this is false, um, in here, it will show you that will instead uh, it will instead skip all this line and jump to here instead. So I hopefully I explained that clearly enough. It's a little bit complicated because um, unlike the other command classes, um, the execute does not actually like execute or create the app command classes. It's more like um, if and else jumps. Um, it more it more so edits. Uh, oops. It more so edits the program counter, so it jumps through execution. So next, go to the next one. So, while go through while. So right here, um, we run the command. So this one, so right here. Oops. Paste that, run it. So there we go. Um, we'll compare it to the PNG. There we go. It's not entirely the same. The box is wrong. The rectangle is wrong. Uh, yep, this is mine. There we go. So to explain this, so I guess it's better to start with the end because so this class helps with jumping through the counter and also incrementing, like uh, the loops, making sure it's going through. So as you can see here, so first thing you must know is that so it is compiled, and then when it's executed, it executes each of these and also execute this. So it will go here, it will execute it, and then when it reaches the end while, so the end class, it will go through here. So it will check if the corresponding command is a while. So to instead go here, and then it will check uh, the line number. So you'll check it. So there's a -1 because the program counter by itself increments +1, so it makes sure that uh, it's it's in the right line. So this will take uh, so this basically refers to this place right here. So it will go up here, and then when it goes up here, it will check whether that if that condition is true or not. If not, then it will go through the end, the same as uh, kind of the same as else if else. Yep, so that's how it works. Oops. So yep, that's how while works. So next, I can show you the for. Uh, it works also the same as while, but only a little bit different since it has expressions in it. There we go. This one. Let's copy this. Copy to here. We'll run it. Paste. There we go. Yep. We compare it to this one. There we go. Yep. So this one is accurate. Almost kind of the same. Yep. It's the same. And this is mine. Making sure it's correct. Yep. So to explain this, so it kind of works the same as the while loop. So it goes through the parser, compiles it, and then when it executes it, so let's go to the for. There we go. So executes it. So it gets executed, and then the expression, this one right here, count equals to 1 to 2, steps 2. So you can see here the from value is referring to 1, the to value is referring to 20, the steps is referring to this one 2. So it has a loop variable right here, which is this one is this is referring to this one right here, the count. So it keeps track if the loop variable is being updated. So it runs through here. So it goes through this, it goes here, creates a circle, and then end for. So it goes to end, and then checks the AppFor, as you can see here. So it gets the corresponding command, and then make sure that uh, that this variable right here, it's referring to the loop control variable, which is this one, which is count. So you go through there, and then you can see here it implements it. Not implement. It iterates it. Yep, it iterates it plus the step, which is here, which is 2, and then so it makes sure that this count variable exists, and then it goes through here. So it updates it. So it checks if the sequence is correct. So obviously this is correct, and then this is where this is where the program counter jumps. So it goes through here, like that, goes through here, and once it reaches this, so it makes sure that one is not uh, greater than 20. So it goes through here and make sure that the step is not equal, is not greater than. It makes sure that step is greater than 0. So it goes through here, the program counter, and then the corresponding command. Where is the for? So it's up here. So the program counter jumps to here, goes here. So it will repeat that. It will iterate how many times until count is equal to 20. So yep, yep. So that's it. Hopefully I explained that clearly. Next. So yep, I'll put this later. Oh, wait a sec. Yep, yep. I already explained this. Else. Yep. Let's explain else. I think I already explained that earlier. I guess I'll explain it again. So what else does is so um, it checks the corresponding command, which is the if. So it checks if, and if it's true, then this will just basically skip the else, and it will jump to the end. Yep, yep. Methods, I was not able to implement them. Yep, that's it. It's that is my BOOSE explanation. Thank you.